As the world enters a decisive hour, God's work moves with order, purpose, and urgency. The Old SDA Church organization presents the 2026 calendar of events, a carefully structured year of stewardship, revival, evangelism, and historic mission. Rooted in the foundations of our pioneers and guided by prophetic truth, this calendar brings together churches, leaders, youth, and families in a united call to prepare a people for Christ's return. Every date marks an assignment. Every gathering advances the mission. Every moment counts. Watch to the end, because this is not just a plan for the year ahead. It is a statement of identity, responsibility, and faithfulness for such a time as this. This is not a routine announcement. It is a coordinated report on the direction of God's work for 2026 under the Old SDA Church organization, Nyanza Nandi Region Conference. Because what unfolds this year follows a clear order, and every stage prepares the next. The journey begins as all churches converge from 31st December 2025 to 2nd January 2026 at Katito for the General Session meeting. This is where direction is set, because nothing moves forward before unity is established. And once direction is clear, focus follows. On 17th of January, the church turns to councils on Stewardship Sabbath, realigning faithfulness, responsibility, and purpose. But stewardship alone is not enough. So on 24th January, Prophecy Sabbath reminds us why we exist and where history is moving. With vision established, structure becomes essential. That is why on 31st January, leadership meets in Rongo for the executive meeting, ensuring order keeps pace with mission. And with leadership aligned, preparation begins. From 2nd to 5th February, workers are equipped at Adek Kabuoch through focused training for elders, deacons, Dorcas, clerks, treasurers, and gospel ministers. Because training without action means nothing. And action follows immediately. From 8th to 21st February, the church moves into the field during the Homa Bay mission, as all churches unite in active evangelism. But growth must be balanced. So on 28th of February, True Education Sabbath refocuses the church on character, discipline, and purpose. And as the year advances, renewal becomes critical. From 13th to 20th March, every church enters the Revival Week of Prayer, restoring spiritual strength before the next phase begins. Because the future of the work depends on the next generation. On 4th April, Children's Sabbath affirms that mission continues beyond the present. And from 10th to 25th April, that future steps forward through the Young Evangelist Convention in Siaya. With momentum building, coordination returns. Leadership reconvenes on 29th April in Rongo, while May is intentionally left open, allowing local churches to take initiative and reach their communities directly. Then attention turns to wholeness. On 6th of June, Health Sabbath highlights the practical gospel in action. And from 12th to 27th June, evangelism resumes through the Aram Indira and Bondo mission. But conviction must be protected. That is why on 4th July, Religious Liberty Sabbath calls believers to stand firm in conscience and faith. Leadership meets again on 15th July, and without delay, the church advances into the Kapsabet mission from 17th July to 1st August. As the year deepens, unity strengthens. From 7th to 22nd August, churches gather at Opapo Camp meeting, where messages will flow from heavenly appointed sources. Then followed by Music and Publishing Sabbath on 29th August, expanding the mission through media and sacred sound. And the work does not slow. From 11th to 25th September, the Rapogi and Uriri mission carries the message further. By 7th October, leadership meets again. And on 10th October, Stewardship Sabbath calls for renewed faithfulness. Then comes one of the year's defining moments. From 16th to 31st October, churches unite at Sigomre Camp meeting, drawing together Siaya, Nandi, and Kisumu in revival and instruction. As the year closes, the focus returns to the heart. From 6th to 14th November, revival deepens once more, followed immediately by the Kisumu mission from 15th to 28th November. And the final chapter begins. From 4th to 19th December, churches gather for the closing camp meeting, where guests from different sources come with heavenly messages to prepare for 2027 crisis, which is thickening. And on 26th of December, Dorcas Sabbath reminds us that service is the language of faith. Finally, from 29th to 31st December 2026, The year concludes with the general session, reviewing the journey and preparing for what comes next. This calendar is not information. It is movement. It is discipline. It is mission. And now that you've seen the whole picture, the responsibility is clear.